is not long since some people in this House were still arguing that Nord Stream 2 is not a geopolitical weapon. It appears that we have not learned our lesson. Just months ago, we have passed an important directive on the protection of critical infrastructure. But yet, today, Huawei covers nearly 60% of Germany's 5G network. Costco owns 67% of Piraeus. NUKTEC is bidding to provide technology for our external borders. As a result, the CCP can have access to an incredible amount of information, including our biometric data. All these companies are directly or indirectly linked to the totalitarian regime of the CCP. If we truly want to protect our critical infrastructure and our democracies from the influence of China and other authoritarian regimes, then quite simply, we need to keep them out. And the question is, are we doing enough to keep them out? Thank you.
It's always difficult to say when you do enough. I think what can be said is that more is being done, and much more is being done. Here, of course, there is a division of labour between Member States and Commission, the European democracy as such. But I'd say from the last Commission that I was part of, when Jean-Claude Juncker said that the Nord Stream 2 was not part of European interest, with a EU-China strategy that clearly defined China as an economic competitor, a systemic rival, and a partner when it comes to climate change, a lot have changed. And I really appreciate the work done by Parliament in order to create a legislative frame that puts a much stronger responsibility on Member States, on the different entities responsible for different parts of essential infrastructure in order to risk assess, to mitigate risks, to report risks, and to make sure that if something is happening, that it is being mitigated. And also, I think the sort of ramping up of being able to do foreign direct investment screening is a very good sign of this awareness as to what we should be careful with today. Europe is one of the most attractive destinations for foreign direct investments. But it's important that you come to Europe to do business and not to do surveillance or to steal data or whatever purposes that are not in our common and our public interest. I think now 18 member states would have foreign direct screening mechanisms. Another 8 is going to have it. The Commission has a say if there is a common interest, and of course we stand ready to use it if necessary. Thank you.
I do understand, and thank you for the answer, that the member states have to do also their homework. But maybe I will focus on the question of NUKTEC bidding for protection, for the providing technology in order to protect our external borders, because I believe that this is where exactly the EU can act, and if there is any attempts to do something about this bid and how we are going to resolve this issue. Thank you.
It's not my portfolio. I don't know the details of the tender, but I can say that one of the things that are of utmost importance is, of course, that tenders are safe. We've been working with tendering in a number of different ways. We do that for the international purchasing instrument, where we ask for reciprocity, so that you can only bid with us if European businesses can bid with them. With the foreign subsidies instruments, we have an increasing awareness of the fact that you should not come and outbid European businesses if you have subsidies on your books. And last but not least, if bids are simply too cheap, they can be discarded off in order not to be relevant. But I don't know the details of the exact tender that you're referring to.